Well, the raised participation age is a change in the law. It's essentially saying that rather than leaving school at 16, you'll have to stay on further, you have to do some further educational training. Now, that doesn't mean that you stay in school necessarily, because there are lots of other options.
It can either be in college, it could be via an apprenticeship, or indeed it can be with an employer not on an apprenticeship, but also participating in learning. So there's lots of different avenues that young people can go down.
It doesn't have to be in a degree or A-levels. It can be any course or any field of employment that you feel like you're going to be more successful and comfortable.
I think what it will do, and I think a lot of providers, ourselves including that, are looking at the agenda of employability, and it's that idea of progression and giving students those skills to become employable.
Raising the participation rate will help, others get jobs in the future, because it's so competitive out there now, and everyone needs that competitive edge.
It's a competitive job market at the moment, and unemployment is high, and you need to have more than just qualifications at GCSE or whatever to get into work. You need to show you've done something extra, and this is one way of making sure that young people do that.
Just creating a more cushioned, future for you, and somewhere to look on after school and go on into.
What we're all looking at is giving those students the life skills, the employability skills that employers are constantly talking about. And I think some of those skills come with maturity. So at 16, you don't always recognise the skills that you need to get a job. So to say to stay on in some form of education where they're teaching you those skills, I think that's going to be a real benefit.
I think I always had a broad idea of what I wanted to go into. In terms of going to higher education, it's made me realise that there's more specific things within the area that I wanted to go into, and it's been able to make me think about what I need to do to be able to get to those specific areas.
For me, it's given me a greater insight. I left school and I went straight into work. And I thought, why do I need to continue education when I can get a job that's higher than minimum wage in a supermarket? I wanted to go further, and for me, coming into the further education has made me realise actually what I want to do as well. It made me realise that I had such a great passion for doing scientific work.
I think that at school, the careers office helped me a lot, choosing what I wanted to do and start thinking about my future and where I needed to go to sort that out.
Pursue your passions. What is great about a drive on apprenticeships and vocational training as well as academic training is that it creates options for everybody. And in the end, be under no illusions that it's difficult to get the job that you're looking for, particularly if you're in one of the sectors that is more competitive, and there are lots of them.
It's just the sure-start way of gaining employability.
Particularly in the world these young people are going to be entering, I don't think they're going to be getting a job for life. They'll need very flexible skills. So the more education you can get when you're younger, really the better. Because who knows what the world of employment will look like in 5 years, let alone 30, 40 years' time when they're older.